Hello and welcome to QRT News on Quảng Nam Radio and Television. I'm Lena and let's take a look at the highlights. High-level conference between Quảng Nam and Saigon.
The Champasak delegation from Laos visited Taco.
Recreating the crop in the areas of Truyen. Recently, the high-level Quảng Nam Saigon Conference was held in Quảng Nam Province. The conference held every 2 years aimed to assess the cooperation resources between the two provinces and further deepen collaboration in the coming years. The high-level delegation from Saigon Province was led by Mr. Leklai Sivilai, Party Secretary and Governor. Representing Quảng Nam Province were Mr. Lương Nguyễn Minh Triết, Provincial Political Secretary, Mr. Nguyễn Đức Dũng, Standing Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee and Chairman of the Provincial People's Council, Mr. Lê Văn Dũng, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, along with other leaders from the Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee, and the Vietnam Fatherland Front of Quảng Nam.
In his speech at the conference, alongside acknowledging and evaluating the results achieved, Mr. Lê Văn Dũng, Chairman of the Quảng Nam Provincial People's Committee, proposed that during the 2024 to 2026 period, the two provinces will focus on key initiatives such as continuing to promote comprehensive cooperation and support, fostering the close relationship between the two provinces, and overcoming all difficulties and challenges to ensure stability and sustainability. Furthermore, he emphasized the need to continue closely coordinating in implementing the regulations of the two governments concerning the management and protection of the national border in the province territories, and cooperating to ensure political security and social order in the border areas. He also highlighted the importance of continued investment in key infrastructure projects such as National Highway 14D from Nam Giang International Border Gate to the Ho Chi Minh Road at Bến Giang, and National Highway 16B from Đắc Tỏ International Border Gate to the capital of Saigon Province. Quảng Nam will continue to provide scholarship to Saigon Province officials and students studying in Quảng Nam, and support the development of infrastructure in Saigon in the near future. In his address, Mr. Lương Nguyễn Minh Triết, Party Secretary of Quảng Nam, hoped that in the coming period, the two provinces will intensify breakthrough and stronger cooperation in several key areas, including promoting collaboration in defense and security, focusing on infrastructure development, and improving the livelihoods of people in the border areas. He also urged the swift investment in National Highway 14D and emphasized the responsibility of both sides to report and petition their respective central governments to facilitate travel for people on both sides. Furthermore, Mr. Triết stressed the need to enhance cooperation in investment, economy, trade, and tourism between the two provinces. He emphasized that during the 2024 to 2026 period, one specific regulation on the use of local budgets for supporting and providing aid to Lao localities are issued by Vietnamese law. Quảng Nam will proceed with supporting Saigon in the construction of projects as previously committed. In the near future, both sides will continue to coordinate and seriously implement the agreements from previous conferences with the determination to fulfill all the committed content. At the conference, the two provinces signed a memorandum of understanding with 10 major points to focus on during the 2024 to 2026 period. On this occasion, Quảng Nam presented 500 million Vietnam dong to Saigon Province to support the construction of housing for poor and disadvantaged households. The next high-level conference will be held in Sê-Công Province, Lao Bidia in 2026.
Recently, a delegation of leaders from Champasak Province, Laos, led by Secretary and Governor Alunsai Sunalat, visited and worked with Thaco Group. Vice Chairman of the Quảng Nam Provincial People's Committee Trần Nam Hưng welcomed and joined the delegation. Speaking at the meeting, Mr. Trần Nam Hưng expressed his pleasure in welcoming the delegation. He hoped that through the visit and working session, both sides would have the opportunity to explore cooperation for mutual development. In his exchange with the Champasak delegation, Mr. Hưng mentioned that Thaco Group is a multi-sector corporation that significantly contributed to the local budget. He expressed the hope that Champasak would create favorable conditions for Thaco to invest and develop in the province. During the meeting, Thaco Group provided an overview of the company's formation and development. In Laos, Thaco is currently investing in a large-scale integrated agricultural complex covering over 27,000 hectares, primarily cultivating fruit trees and combining livestock farming in Aptabu and Sê-Công provinces. This project has operated under a closed-loop model and has garnered the attention and support of local authorities. Thaco is also developing a logistic network to transport goods from southern Laos and northeastern Thailand to Vietnam. Additionally, Thaco expressed his desire for Champasak to collaborate in developing sectors where both parties have competitive advantages. Recently, Mr. Dương Văn Phước, Deputy Head of the National Assembly Delegation of Quảng Nam Province, and Mr. Tạ Văn Hạ, Deputy Chairman of the National Assembly's Committee on Culture and Education, had a meeting with voters of Nam Giang District.
During the meeting, voters from Nam Giang District raised concerns about the severe deterioration of National Highway 14D, which leads to the Nam Giang Dr. Oc International Border Gate. Many sections of the road have a deformed, compromising traffic safety and hindering trade. National Highway 14D is part of the East-West Economic Corridor 2 and plays a particularly important role in the economic, social, security, and defense development of the region. The highway, built over 20 years ago, has many sections that are only 3.5 meters wide. The highway are now seriously damaged, with dust in dry weather and mud during rain. Nam Giang District leaders stated that the Ministries of Transport will report to the relevant authorities for a decision on investment in this road section during the 2026 to 2030 period, and the road directors will inspect and maintain it to ensure safety. The Quảng Nam National Assembly delegation stated that they would continue to recommend that the Ministry of Transport upgrade and repair the road as soon as possible to ensure safe travel for the people and promote trade between Vietnam and Laos.
As part of the National Target Program for the Socio-Economic Development of Ethnic Minorities and Mountainous Regions during the 2022-2024 period, Quảng Nam has been allocated a total capital of nearly 2,256 trillion Vietnam dong to implement the program. After 3 years of implementation, Quảng Nam has disbursed over 858 billion Vietnam dong to provide housing support for 353 households, building homes for 403 households, and provide land for production or career transition for 87 households. The National Target Program for the Socio-Economic Development of Ethnic Minorities and Mountainous Regions has also invested in 37 clean water projects, benefiting 1,358 households. Additionally, it has deployed 8 projects for resettlement, built 210 essential infrastructure projects, and provided vocational training through 931 ethnic minority individuals. Furthermore, the provincial ethnic committee stated that using both central and local resources, mountainous localities have supported the construction of 427 out of 436 village cultural centers that have met the needs for community activities and gatherings. The investment in cultural infrastructure and community centers has provided mountain residents with additional space for activities, improving their physical and living environment. As a result, to date, 75,368 out of 85,240 households in the mountainous region of Quảng Nam have been recognized as cultural families. A group of young people in Hội An try to recreate the age-old crafts of the people living in the areas of the old town. Most of them are the third and the fourth generation who are still involved in making and preserving the craft more than 100 years ago.
Alley 186 Truyen Street still has family living closely together and doing traditional crafts for a long time. Deep in this alley, Hội An's first tenor has been still maintained over the years to serve tourists who came to learn the foundation for the development of leather craft in Hội An and surrounding areas. These were the first tanneries in Hội An more than 100 years ago. When recreating this space, firstly to satisfy my passion, secondly to nurture and preserve traditional craft, including leather tanning. Here, we also bring visitor handmade products from leather. Young people born and raised in Alley 186 Truyen Street wish to recreate the masterpiece living space of Hội An Alley of people attached to handicrafts in the early years of the 20th century. They have set up the market and held it periodically to serve tourists who love handicrafts. This activity has contributed to create more tourism products and receive the support of Hội An people. Hội An people have had handicrafts for hundreds of years. That is the idea for young people to call this village a handicraft village. Hopefully, the young people will maintain the fair like this. Hội An desperately needs small markets for handicrafts. It helps pull people back to the activities of Hội An people about half a century ago. Hội An has many alleys connecting the old quarters together, where many households still keep their lifestyle, activities and crafts. Hopefully, the craft market of the group of young people will contribute to preserve and spread the value of unique crafts in alleys of Hội An more than 100 years ago. These are also unique tourism products to serve tourists.
On the morning of October 2nd, at the Truyen District Cultural Center, the Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism held the opening ceremony of a training course titled Teaching and Enhancing Practical Skill in the Art of Bài Chòi for artisan clubs, teams, bài chòi groups, vocal music teachers, and students in Truyen District. This training session continues the success of 14 previous training courses organized in various localities across the province in recent years and is the third session in Truyen. The 8-day course provides participants with knowledge about the melodies of folk songs and bài chòi chants, as well as enhancing their performance skill. In addition, participants are also guided in playing traditional instruments such as fretless guitar, two-string fiddle, drums, and other instruments used in bài chòi performances. This is an opportunity for bài chòi clubs, groups, vocal teachers, and bài chòi enthusiasts to exchange and share experiences, enriching their knowledge and skills related to the practice of bài chòi art. And that's all for today's bulletin. Please stay updated with the latest news by following us on social media and visiting our website QRT.vn. Thank you for joining us and see you next time.